Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just thought I'd put on a video up of how to attach a Kriega OS base to a WR. I had to do a bit of research to sort of figure out how people have fitted onto WRs. I couldn't find any YouTube video on how you actually attached it to the bike. I mean, I had a clear idea. Obviously, you look on their forum and you look at how they attach it to other bikes, especially the Enduro bikes, and it all makes sense. But in terms of also how the bags attach to the Kriega OS base, I didn't really think their website was that clear, and most of the instructional videos didn't really tell you how it happened or how it worked. So I thought I'd just do a quick video of how I've attached the OS Kriega base to my bike and how I've adapted these Strata 7 bags to fit the Kriega base. Alright guys, I'm going to start on the right side of the bike, so don't worry about these straps, they come with the bag. But the issue I had on this side with attaching the Kriega OS base on the WR250R is that to have this strap fit around the frame here as it's supposed to, first off, it's sitting really close to that exhaust. I mean, nearly touching, right? There's not much room behind there. And there's not enough length in this strap to go around the frame. As you can see, the frame's pretty chunky, right? The OS bases are designed for Enduro bikes where their frames are, like that size, a tubular frame coming up. It's not designed for this. So I need a longer strap to get it around here. And then I'd be concerned about the heat coming from the exhaust relative to the actual strap. So the other issue the other thing I had to contemplate was the steg peg. Now, I wanted to run the bags as far forward as possible, but I couldn't interfere with the steg peg. So the solution I've come up with is getting a D shackle here. It's really cheap, and attaching it where the bracket for the rear brake reservoir is. So this has now allowed me to position the bag. I still have had to use the maximum adjustment here because of the length. I mean, here I didn't have enough length, here I have too much length. So that's on its full amount here, attached to the D-link here, which comes to the brake bracket. And that's now given me a nice position. As you can see, it's far forward. It's a decent amount on the seat where I'm not going to be sitting on it. I've got a load of room here to sit forward, and if I want to come back, it's fine. The other issue on the right hand side is if you don't have the GYTR or the stock exhaust, you run into the issue where the bag is hitting your aftermarket exhaust. So I've got these cheap Acerbis muffler guards that you can buy off any Enduro site. I'm actually running two, and it just covers just enough that the bag doesn't get burnt. And I've run this through 600 kilometers. I think it was a 2-day trip, 600 kilometers, and nothing burnt, nothing melted, which I know a few other people have issues with the WR when running some like loop bags and things. Their bags often melt. But yeah, so Acerbis muffler guards, they strap on, cable ties to hold on. Perfect. I've had no issues with these at all. Yeah, so that's the right hand side of the OS base done. If I come around now to the left, I was lucky enough that the frame here is a bit thinner and there is no exhaust pipe. I was actually able to loop it around the frame, and it comes under my steg peg and sits in the same position, luckily, as the other side. So this side was easy, done. I didn't really have to think too much, but it was the other side that I had to come up with a few solutions. Also, you want to run this bag as far forward as possible on the left-hand side, because the only thing really stopping it from flapping around a lot is your toolbox. Now, when I first positioned this was quite a lot further back, and the little toolbox was probably in the center of the Kriega OS base. So when I had the big bag on it, I could see it was just hammering this toolbox. So by pushing everything forward, more of the weight is actually on the bike's plastics, with only a little bit of a section sort of leaning back on this toolbox here. So that's just another, I mean, other than wanting to carry weight as low and far forward as possible, it also helps out there so that you don't ruin or smash that toolbox off. You don't want to lose that halfway down the track. And then coming down to the back, these loops come with the Kriega OS base. There's 2 of them. Really easy to install. I just drilled through the plastics and inserted them on each side. And yeah, they just strap here to the back of the Kriega bag. And this is a nice loose buckle, all really good quality stuff. And you just pull it back, and that seats the OS onto the bike. And this doesn't go anywhere. That's really tight against the exhaust. This side will move a little bit, but really it's not that much. If you had a twin exhaust bike, it would probably be the best thing ever, because it would actually push it out a bit on each side. But yeah, perfect. Such good quality, this Kriega stuff. I mean, just awesome. You know, it's built well, it's built tough, and yeah, I mean, I think it's a 10-year warranty on this stuff. So I mean, when manufacturers are giving you 10-year warranty on their products, you know it's good. You know it's good stuff. And all in all, weight, I mean, this is a weight savings of probably easily 3 kilos on the rear racks I used to have. Having 2 pannier racks going down to this, not only is my weight lower and more forward in the bags, my bike's narrower, and yeah, I'm not carrying around 4 kilos on the back of my bike all the time. And this is super quick to take off compared to a pannier rack. You can whip this off in 1 minute compared to the racks where, you know, once they're on, they're on. There's no point in taking them on and off the whole time. But yeah, so that's my installation, how I got it onto the WR. And I'm going to show you now how I put my Strata bags on. So Strata must be some sort of a copy of Kriega. I believe the Kriega bags, these buckles are actually sewn onto the bag. So you'd push the bag on here, loop it through and attach it back to the bag itself. Whereas the Strata, it's all separate pieces. So for instance here, you got the little buckle that just attaches through the Kriega OS base hole here. And then you have this part here, which is similar to the Kriega, has the metal loop that slides into there, and then you've got the buckle that goes onto the bag. So I'll try and attach it now for you, and I'll show you how easily that goes on. But yeah, once again, obviously if Kriega threw me some free bags, I'd throw it on here, but at the time, after spending a bit of coin on the bike, I just didn't want to spend another $300+ on 2 bags, you know. Especially, yeah, I just didn't want to spend that money. In the future, maybe I will once these bags rip up and destroy themselves. But for now they're all right. But yeah, like I said, this Kriega quality, it's quality. It's good stuff. Okay, so like I was saying before, you got the buckle here. I'll show you on the side. You got a buckle and this loop. So I don't really find it easy to do it one way or the other, but what I like to do, and conveniently Strata, who has made this bag, the height, the length of the buckles is the exact same length here between the 2 Kriega, the Kriega OS base, so it fits just 100%. It just fits so well. It fits like somebody's copied it, which is a good or a bad thing, I suppose. But anyway, they strap down there on the back, right? Get the front buckles on. They come around. There we go, done. Tying them up. Now, the back buckle on the Strata bag, there's a loop here on the Kriega bag that goes through. You put that through, and it's just an additional sort of point to hold the bag on. So you see it's connected, right? Click that in, tighten that up, and that's on there. So you can go around, give everything a little bit more of a tighten, but that's on there now. That's tight. That's going nowhere. I'll quickly just do this bag as well on this side. just to show you how quick and easy it is. It's there's no stuffing around with this. It's just dead simple and quick and fast. Pull that one through up that loop. And she's on. Done. And you're ready to go. It's that simple. It is that simple. My other video that I did showing everything I pack for an overnighter, I have this on the back as well with the bivvy, my tarp, and my Kathmandu survival duffel bag sort of a thing. And so I'll just show you how I attach this. That goes up in there, and just one on the other side. And then that's my complete kit. That's how I attach all my stuff to the bike. And hasn't failed me yet. It all stays on. Lucky for me. I'll just give it one more tie up here. And it's done. I've got my two 10-litre bags on the Kriega OS base. I've got my bivvy and my tarps here on the top. And that's it. All done.